Guys, it's me Habti. Today, for the beginning, I didn't do any video on the hospitality or on the hotel training. So as a startup, I wanted to start with the word hospitality. I mean the hospitality, the meaning and yeah, its definition. Uh, then after I will go for many things in detail, like menu pricing, respect, costing, complaint handling, service training, a lot things. So for today, we're gonna see. I want to say something about the hospitality industry. So what's hospitality industry? The hospitality industry is like the generous reception, the welcoming, warm welcoming, and the very good treatment of the guests. Let's see the definition. Uh, Friendly and generous reception, entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. Oh, it means it's like welcoming guests, making them comfortable at your place by looking after their needs and needs during their temporary stay. So we can understand like hospitality with words like welcome, friendly, kind, warmness, greeting, kindness, or politeness. Like so, those words are those express hospitality. Hospitality. Hospitality is not just in the hotel. In the hotel industry, hospitality should be needed for every business and every company or every sectors. But hospitality mainly is important for the tourism and hotel or hospitality industry. Now let's see. Hospitality industry can be defined and understood as an industry which provides facility for staff, food, and complete related service for the comfort and leisure of travelers and visitors. For traveler and visitor, a domestic, it might be domestic or international or foreign visitors. We need to give a 5-star service. Well, we need to be welcoming uh, in a good manner. Hospitality is the industry covering all the products and services that serve travelers, tourists, and all types of visitors. When you know tourism, you also understand hospitality industry. Yeah, tourism and hospitality industry or the hotel industry is very related. Tourism is the main and or the an umbrella. Hospitality is the under tourism. So guests come for tourism or to say the destination or the attractions on the way to the attraction. They need to stay and enjoy the meals, the culture. So hotel or lodges or restaurants are very needed for the tourism as the assistance or so hospitality and tourism industry are closely related, which plays an important role in development and the growth of other industry. Yeah. Tourism brings revenue and growth and for hospitality. On the other hand, and hospitality industry understood the overall value and importance of tourism. Yeah. Hospitality industry or hotel sectors are very important for tourism. But without tourism, those hospitality industry is nothing and it will not exist. But with tourism, uh, hospitality industry is very important. The thing is here, hospitality industry sectors. Sectors yeah, we can see like accommodation or lodging industry and food and the beverage industry. Twice hospitality, we can see under accommodation there is food and beverage as part of the service or revenue of the food. Uh, and the hospitality industry is sector we will see where we can see accommodation or lodging in the food and beverage industry. But on the accommodation lodging industry, we can get the food and beverage industry, food and beverage sectors like restaurants, accommodation. In the hotel, you can get accommodation and food and beverage service. But in this context, it's this context why uh, divide into two like accommodation and food. The reason behind it is that we can get restaurants, very luxurious and very good restaurants outside in the hotel just to eat. So those sectors can be like under food and beverage industry. That's why. Other thing is here accommodation industry. Accommodation industry in this industry and the segment of hospitality is mainly associated with providing a temporary place for guests, visitors, tourists, and travelers to stay. As I said earlier, accommodation industry or the hotel rooms are just for the stay for the travelers or the tourists around the destination or the attraction sites. The attraction sites. Let's say, let's say the let's say we have many attraction sites in the Lake Tana Bhavda. So here in the Lake Tana, to see the monasteries or hippos, tourists come to visit and to see that. So they need to stay or they need accommodation. So the hotels in Bhavda is like is giving accommodation for those tourists. So accommodation industry on the accommodation industry, by the way, there is food and beverage sector, food and beverage. But the reason, as I said, the reason why we divide food and beverage and accommodation is we can get the luxuries and a very good restaurant outside without rooms or without accommodation. So that's why under food and beverage industry we have restaurants, hotels, catering, bars, cafes. Food and beverage industry, uh, I mean, we can get at the food and beverage industry restaurant. We can get hotels at the hotel where we can get the food and beverage industry. Catering, bars, cafes and normal catering like in the university cafeterias, those food and beverage and the cafeterias, the cafeterias and the cafeterias. The economic and the social impact of the hospitality industry. The hospitality industry is quite similar to the tourism industry when it comes to vastness of its value chain and economic and social importance and income. They are very related, as I said, the hospitality and tourism industry are very related and they are hand in hand. You cannot divide it and you cannot see each other individually. They are very related. Without tourism, hospitality will not exist and will not think of other business. As we know that tourism industry is important for the economy and society of every country. Similarly, this hospital sector is also very important. Economically, economically and socially for a country was at the power of tourism and independent. The industry of hospitality supports process drives economic activities and grows in a big way. So it's an important part of country's social infrastructure, providing good support. Yeah. Uh, by the way, the hospitality industry. Uh, Nowadays, there are international 7 or 5 star hotels, 4 star hotels. For the hotels, for the hotels, there will be infrastructure. There will be like good ambience of the environment. So the hospitality helps for the environment, helps for economic development or activities. So let's say there is a hotel at the downtown or at the destination area. So for the hotel, raw materials, I mean the food items, the local farmers will bring teff, something like the vegetable veggie items. So those people are very beneficial from the hospitality. So hospitality indirectly motivates economic activities for the local. Two key aspects of hospitality industry: labor intensive and customer satisfaction. We can see those things. Hospitality industry is a labor intensive industry in the world. I can say that in this in among many sectors, hospitality industry is a sector which requires a large amount or large number of employees. That's why we call it like labor intensive. So huge employee, yeah. This industry employs huge employee. It requires a lot of manpower to provide the service to its customers and also to create those services and products. Uh, Largest employment generating industry. By the way, yeah, hospitality industry nowadays coming to the fostering they are building uh, more and more hotels. Those hotels hire around 200 and more than that labors. So the hotel industry or the hospitality is a very a good business which encourages and which employs a large amount or a huge manpower. So hospitality or without out of hospitality, when you can see there are many sectors, but they don't hire a huge manpower. Uh, uh, Huge manpower, but in the labor intensive or in the hospitality, why we call it labor intensive is it's providing what service by manpower. It's not given by the like robot or something like that, something with a machine rather with manpower. So that's why employees a large amount. As a customer satisfaction is very important significant thing here in the hospitality industry. In the hospital, you need to constantly satisfy your customers and keep them happy. Always, we believe in the well, we believe that in this industry, the time taken to consume the service and products is long and wide. Yeah, customers are at your premise also the time of their consumption. Yeah, customers will be in your hotel for maybe for food and beverage reasons, for drink or for eating, or both for the